So what are you going to want to eat when you're climbing that 14er? That's today's subject. Hi, I'm Jeff. Welcome to my channel, 14ers for Beginners, where an ordinary guy like me wants to help ordinary folks such as yourselves climb your first few 14ers. So I hope this information today is helpful. I hope it inspires you. I hope it helps you to be successful in doing this. And if this is helpful, please hit like, hit subscribe. And I'd sure appreciate this. I just really want to be a blessing to you all and help you to accomplish this goal. Well, you're certainly going to need energy climbing a 14er. You're going to burn a lot of calories, and so you need to make sure that the food you're taking is going to really help you in replenishing what it is you're using. I just want to be upfront to say that the day you hike and the day or so on either side are not the days you're going to want to limit calories. It's not the days you're going to want to, really watch what you eat in terms of some dieting plan or something like that. You just need to make sure your body has enough calories going in, has enough calories as you're hiking, and then has enough calories to recover, and really the right kinds of food to help you to be able to make that journey in preparing and then recovering from this hike. You're going to want to focus on high calorie foods, high carb foods, high protein foods. These are the things that your body's really going to be using a lot of, and so you're going to need to replenish those. A general kind of rule of thumb is that for every hour you're going to hike, you need at least 250 calories. Now, I'm always going to err on the high side. I want to bring more than I think I need, just in case something happens and I'm out there longer than I think. But you don't want to take the whole kitchen, right? Like you're not carrying a ton of food just for the fun of it. And so you can do the math. You can kind of look and do your addition and your time and those sort of things and estimates and estimate a little high. But also just be careful what it is you actually bring, because you don't want to carry more than you need. I'm not going to really talk about water. I've talked about that in a different video. But again, you're going to want 2 to 3 liters of water with you. That'll be super, super important. So I kind of have things divided here into 2 groups, one sort of snacks and the other a meal. I do take a meal. I take a lunch with me, even if I think I'm going to be back down before lunch. When you start early, let's say you start at 5 or 6 in the morning, 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock can feel like it's really ready time for lunch. So I always take 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They have high protein, high calories, a lot of sugar in them. Lay it on thick, put them in Ziploc bags, take up with you. They get squished up and it's okay. They're still edible. They're great to replenish. I throw some crackers or some chips in with it to add some more carbs into what I'm eating. And that's sort of my lunch, usually, whether it's at the top of the mountain or maybe get up and then come part way down and then stop, whatever it may be. I take a small lunch with me when I go all the time. Over here, in terms of snacks, I think of these in some kind of different categories. In terms of fruits and vegetables, I might throw an apple in. I might throw a banana. The hard part with these is there's some waste with the peel and the core. You have to take those out with you. You can't leave them up there. Maybe some baby carrots. Maybe some dried fruit would be good. Some dehydrated fruit. Those are all great. They have lots of sugar in them. They really can give you some energy and replenish things quickly, help give you that energy. In terms of just carbs, you can take some chocolate. A lot of people like to take a Snickers bar or something and eat at the summit as their celebration. That's fine. Or you can throw in some small chocolates and they help give you a little kickstart. You can take some trail mix with some M&Ms in there. That can be good. The problem with chocolate is it melts, so you just have to be careful with the temperature of the day and things like that. Granola is great. You can throw some M&Ms with it, and that is helpful as well. In terms of protein, I like to take some cheese sticks. I'll take maybe 2 or 3 cheese sticks in there. They're very lightweight and they have good protein in them. I take protein bars, but protein bars are really slow digesting. So I'm not taking a ton of these, maybe 1 or 2, but they are good to just keep your system replenished. Along with all these other things, they may be a good option. I like Quest bars because there's no chocolate in them, so they don't melt. I'm not crazy about the taste, I'm not crazy about the texture, but they don't melt because of just how they're made. Meat, whether it's jerky, dried meat, or turkey sticks, meat sticks, great to eat and help replenish that energy as you're going. Granola bars are good. I prefer Cliff Bars. They're organic. They've got some good stuff in them, and they give you a lot of calories and a good shot without a lot of junk in it. And so a lot of helpful stuff. I'll take probably 3 of these on my hike. Some other things that are a little maybe more odd and less common, but I've found helpful, are goo. And the reason for this isn't because I particularly like this. It's because I have found, for me, my taste buds change when I go up. Food that tastes good down here, such as peanut butter and jelly, tastes like cardboard up there. And I don't have an explanation as to why. I've met a few other people that have this happen, but this is very, very true for me, that the higher up I get, the more things just taste bad. And so I really struggle sometimes to eat. And so these have been helpful in that they do have flavor, it tastes good. But I don't have to actually eat it. I just have to get it in my mouth and then just sort of, swallow it down. And I'm getting calories, I'm getting things I need. So that higher altitude part of the hike, when maybe some of these other foods don't taste good, I can still have some nutrients in me. So that's the only reason why I use these goos. Certainly not required, but have found them good. Same reason why I take honey packets. For that same reason, is that, again, I can just get it in my mouth and they just go down real nice and easy, and I don't have to really think about the taste and the eating part of it. These are something I found that have just been a lifesaver. I've loved these, and these are Gatorade gummies. So inside this packet are 4 or 5 kind of gummies. That one of these is essentially a Gatorade. And so what I found is that these are great for energy. They're great for replenishing some of those electrolytes that I'm burning a lot of. And as I'm drinking water and eating these, if it just feels like it helps me to replenish that water supply and that energy, and keep me hydrated better, as it's replacing some of those things I'm losing as I'm walking. So I'll throw 2 or 3 or 4 of these in my bag. And what I'll do is, when I stop, I'll take one, I'll stick it in my pocket open, and I'll just pull out one gummy. I'll suck on and chew on it for maybe 5 minutes as I'm walking, and grab another one, and I'll do that 3 or 4 times throughout the hike. And so really what I'm trying to do when I'm hiking is I'm trying to have snacks available. As we talk about pacing in that video, you're going to take stops occasionally to rest for just a few minutes. You can grab something to eat. I'm not eating a lot of food at any one given time. Whenever I eat a sandwich is probably as much as I'm going to eat, but I'm trying to trickle calories in the whole time. And I'm trying to rotate between more carb, sugar-based and protein-based, starting with the carbs first, but knowing that the proteins are going to digest a little slower, but I need them in my system. So I'm kind of bouncing between the two throughout the hike, making sure that I'm staying up with my calories and not getting behind and falling behind, because just like falling behind on water, it's hard to catch up once you fall behind. So these are just some ideas. You may find some other ideas that you find more desirable. I just encourage you to make sure you have good, high quality food, not junk food. That it really isn't something I would recommend eating ever, much less on a hike like this. And really just think about what it is you're taking up, so that your energy stays high and you don't bonk out up there and kind of struggle to get yourself up and or back down. All right, I hope this has been helpful today. And as usual, I hope I get to see you at the top.